My name is Javon Henderson, also known as NattyBill. I'm a professional bassist. I also produce and write. I worked in the music industry for also more than a decade, about that. And I worked with different bands and artists. One of the first bands that I worked with is Fanatic Band, where we backed up different Calypsonians that was trending at the time in Bouyon Music Festival, and I've traveled regionally, also internationally, like France, performing, touring with one of the most trending bands right now. So right now I work with Ridge, as well as Pudas, and a collection of other trending artists and bands right now.
Yeah, my name is Dylan Lowe. I'm a multimedia producer, music producer here in Dominica. My production name is Producer D-Lo. I've been in the music industry for quite some time, over a decade. I've worked with a lot of local artists in Dominica, but I've also worked with regional artists, some of them like Barry Salmon, Popcorn, Taurus Riley, to name a few. So Natty, what inspired you to become a bass player? You're one of the deadliest bass players I know, check. So how all that start?
Well, I can say I grew up in an environment of music because my family and my mother's side, every time we used to come up country, we used to have music and thing. And I was used to hear stories of them doing their little own events back in the days when Bells Combo used to come up there, and they used to have their little reggae band. My uncles and them used to be a part of that. So that was one part. Also, my sister, she is somebody that I've been in different competitions in Dominica since I've been growing up. And she also recorded a few dub plates as well. Like one of them famous one on DBS, like Listen to the song of DBS, and my sister sing that song. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like I was always in that environment, and I raised up in the church as well. So a lot of music, a lot of practice and thing, and I had access to learning it and stuff. So like from small, I was already in that environment, so I always felt like, yeah, it was there for me. Also, my dad is an artist, so like that creative aspect of my life was always there in my father figure vision for myself, like first I wanted to do arts, but then when I saw how integrated it is, I felt it to be more natural for me to do music.
Why you choose music now? It's like you're checking, after all of it, you check out of all the things you could have done in life, you check it out to be a bass player.
Well, not really, not to be honest. I can say, as I say, I grew up in the church, so I always had a spiritual connection with the IRM, so I always feel like that is in my life purpose. And like I tried working. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm lazy. I'm a hardworking person. I can do different types of work and I have different kinds of skills, but I try work and I compare the ampere I get in to me performing one gig, like a week of pay, compared to doing one gig professionally. And I felt like, yeah, that confirmed it for me. Like over all the years growing up, doubting it and thinking, boy, if that is the best thing, when I reach a point where I could work and I compare it, I say, nah, music have to be the path for me.
Yeah. So you're saying music not only like satisfying like spiritually, but it's like monetarily, like it help you become a person in the economy, that kind of vibes.
Well, that in that aspect, when it comes to the economics, I can say it's something I am still experimenting, because based on the fact that my family and my background is more religious, I had know it growing up like that's not the best choice. Seeing that people are doing music, they do it for a hobby in Dominica, and I always used to hear that you can't really make nothing much out of it. So I always used to feel like it's an experiment on my soul path, because on your journey you don't really know, you're not really sure where you going, but you go in, kind of vibe. So I feel like that is the experiment, man, for me to do that and see if I can really make it lucrative. And since I've been doing it right now, I can say, yeah.
Yeah, man. How I see it is, I check in. People always used to tell me the same thing, it's like you can't really make much money from music. You can't, like, it's like a hobby kind of thing. But when you really watch it, it have like a lot of like big artists that actually, like, they own properties, they own land, all from music, them kind of thing. So I check in must have a way to make it here.
Of course, it must have.
Most.
I feel maybe as Dominica, like, less advanced than other countries, people feel like that's a crazy risk you're taking.
Yeah.
You know?
But the world different now.
Yeah, man. I mean, some of us like the danger.
Can be anywhere. So, what's the next question there? Share one of your most memorable collaborations.
Collaborations.
Yeah. What is one performance you always remember, and it was keen for you understanding how things working? And
okay, I feel that time was when it had that NCCU competition. I can't exactly remember what year, but the event was held in the field in Pottersville there, where you used to have the Carnival Village.
Okay, yeah.
So between the time when that end is around that time we had that event, and it was an NCCU competition, and after Exile wanted to perform. So we had to back up some of them artists for the competition, then we had to back up Gordon Henderson. So I ended up having the opportunity to work with Fitzroy Williams and Gordon Henderson and UC and some other great fellas that really doing the Caldas thing, like the All Stars of Caldas, and that was around like 2021, I think. So all of them like big guys and like that. Well, in practice it was like just amazing, because it just transformed my mind.
Yeah. To the man was doing that on a different level.
Different level, different way. The style of music just different.
Yeah, man.
And the performance itself was memorable because, boy, it's like we play so good there. Lightning start to fall. Lightning start to burst. Rain. Wind. People have their umbrella. People don't want to go. If anybody that know that show, we remember that show. People didn't want to go. Wind, rain, and lightning. When the lightning bursts is when they check it. Okay. Adding some checking. Nah, we have to cut that. Yeah, that was one of the most memorable times in my music career.
In being a bass player in Dominica, you check? It's like what problems you have in as a musician, you check? I bet like if you was in the next country, you'd have a lot more provisions and things for you as a musician, you check? But it's like, if you had to order a bass, you check, you had to pay your bass plus more, you check, to clear that from the pot. That is a problem to me, you check.
Right. Well, then you mean the financial challenges then?
Well, financial challenge is one of it.
Well, I feel that is one of the most deal-breaking parts of it, like the finance, and connected to what I'm telling you, like the background I grew up in is not a background that's really into the things that I do in.
Yeah.
So it's not people like that I'll expect to go to for assistance or help and things. So when it comes to that, I can say the financial thing is a challenge, because like I have to manage all of them things on my own, and every year things get equipment updating, a better version coming out and thing, and to try to keep up with the trend or what everybody have and what the music demanding now. I can say it can be real challenging, and it has been real challenging, but at the same time it still gives me self growth make me open my mind beyond what I was limited to. And I can say like right now I'm working with Ridge Crossing Bridge and Pudas More Zero, and it's been a year and something I've been working with them, and since that things have been way more lucrative for me than it has been over, almost a decade of working. And a lot of people may feel like, yeah, the decision I make towards the choosing the nasty business realm or the nasty business route or the explicit language route is a bad thing for my vision. But look, financially, I can tell
It
you,
making sense.
it making sense.
Yeah.
Based on all them challenges of trying to meet up with what the music demanding while you don't really have much support from the people around you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that have been the best thing. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's funding for me as a producer too. Is like funding has always kind of been a problem. Yeah, it's like you want to. Well, for me, I would like to have the best quality, the best song. You want to compete with the international artists,
Exactly.
but then to compete with the international artists, you have to have the equipment that the international artists using.
you
check?
understand?
And as you say, most people just look down on music, so it's like you never get the well, let me not say never, but
Yeah.
it's very hard
Never for real,
to
but
get
trust me.
it's very hard to get the correct funding, like
Yeah.
whether it be like you actually having to go and do something else, if you work a job, or like you have to be business minded in the music industry.
You have to.
Else you don't go in too far.
Trust me.
Yeah.
And
Money
I
have
had
to make.
money have to make. I had to get that self growth through the experience of working with different people, working in different groups, choosing what I want to do and what I don't want to do, and transforming my mentality to something like how you saying that can be more lucrative for me, where I can stabilize myself better. I grow in. I need to be more stable in life. So
Yeah.
you have to take certain
Yeah.
routes.
Yeah, man. You have
So-
to do what necessary, man.
Yeah, man, that's real.
So you talking about like the mindset, like what kind of mindset you had to have to from day one to where you be now, like how have you seen like your mindset grow? Like I bet before you was kind of giving in to like what people have to say about
Definitely.
you. Yeah.
I mean, it's still a thing I'm working on up to this day. It's still challenging because it have certain things that you learn, you have to unlearn, and while you're trying to unlearn and relearn, you're still dealing with things. You're making mistakes anyway, which making me realize life is more about evolution. Because if you don't make mistake, you don't go in and say, boy, I shouldn't have that, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I feel it changed my mentality, because before I'd feel like, nah, I don't doing this, nah, I don't doing that. Them, I don't dealing with those people. I wouldn't say it out loud, but deep down I will feel that way towards certain thing. But now that I watching the music as a business now more, it easier for me to just be myself, be real, and still be professional.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
Like how you overcoming your difficulties,
Yeah. Well, so I can say like based on based on them sacrifices I make and thing, it direct me more towards that mission I own, you check. But it wasn't easy. You check, I had to kind of like, how I can say it now, like die and reborn again then. I had to,
reinvent yourself.
yeah, reinvent myself. Like everywhere that know me, they know I'm talking about that. It's so difficult
Yeah,
for me
man.
to talk about that because I got fractured kind of a part there. I
Yeah,
tell
man.
you.
Yeah.
But trust me, yeah, I understanding that life is about growth. So there are certain things you have to sacrifice and things you have to let go for it to reach to different sceneries, different vibes. So I had to disconnect from certain norms, morals, certain rules I create for myself. I had to reinvent them, and that will cost. certain people being in my life, like there's certain people I just, we just don't resonate the same way anymore. And
Yeah,
people
man.
maybe think like maybe it's the as stepping up in the music and thing, but it's something that I still, as I say, I still dealing with. It's very difficult, but through that difficulty, see what it do. It give me the
Yeah,
strength
man.
to overcome them challenges.
Growth, man. Growth.
Yeah,
Well, when a tree growing, it does cut out it all parts here.
facts.
So,
Some buzzers we there with for real. Yeah, man. And that one part I do mine.
who are some of the most influential figures in your music journey, whether they are producers, musicians, or other industry professionals?
Well, there's a whole list because I listen to a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
music. I study a lot of
I've
music.
all this there too.
Yeah, trust me. Growing up, it was more bass thing for me. So I used to listen to a lot of Marcus Miller, that is a great jazz bassist. He performed and recorded with Miles Davis and those big jazz musicians. You get?
Yeah,
Yeah. Victor Wooten and all those bass heads, all of them bass extraordinaires. I used to listen to them. And as I tell you, I grew up in the church more. So I was more exposed to like gospel, funk, jazz, fusion, them
Yeah.
kind of things. But dance music, party music, that wasn't something I really know. It was something I'd like. I had a feeling too, but I didn't really know it. So after a while, I had to link up with a brethren. They call him Terra B, Dorian Nicholas from Kinville Roger. Yeah, and it's he that's more give me the guidance when it comes to bass in compa, reggae, zouk, all soca, all kind of everything now to do regional music, party music, things I grew up hearing but couldn't play at my home. That all them thing he show me.
Okay.
And that was just before I started working with Cornell and Philip and them in Fanatic Band and things. So it was just at the right time where I needed to learn them different grooves and things. Even if I had plenty to learn, but he that give me the basic knowledge of them things.
Perspective.
Yeah. Also producing as well. He was the first one that encouraged me to start to make beats and things, and he would tell me, what to fix and what to do because he used to do it back in the day.
Oh, how do you think the music industry has evolved over the years? And where you see it heading in the future?
I think it evolved really quickly. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel Bouyon is a music, like other music, you can tell when it have evolved, but Bouyon music, I feel like within a short space of time, I find the music evolve a lot.
Yeah.
And even the engineers and the sound systems, Dominica, like from my experience touring and working with different bands, meeting different engineers and people that are working in the business, they always impressed with us and our sound, our systems. You check how we mix,
Yeah.
So I feel when it comes to that, we advance. Dominica on its own, that's a little,
Yeah.
Like,
if you really watch it, Bouyon is a type of music self. It's like it loud, everything, it have a J thing in it.
Yeah, but it have a lot.
So it's
you
like,
know to mix that.
to
too.
mix that, you have to be good, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be
If you
good.
can mix Bouyon properly, you can pretty much mix any other thing.
anything.
Anything, I tell you.
That's facts.
So what you seeing for the future? Like, are you,
Oh, for the future?
if you're looking 10 years ahead?
Right now, I don't even see in 10 years. I say in the next year, things going to get real serious, because from my connection with the people I'm working with, what I know, what I'm aware of that they are working on presently, when them things come out,
Problem.
serious, I'm telling you. And the reaction is getting through the different Caribbean islands for the carnivals and things, St. Lucia and them other countries, and all those like public figures and those influencers that post in the music and thing, you can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year I giving it, I tell you.
Checking out, yeah.
Why? Just one collab
So-
we need with maybe a foreign superstar, and I feel that's it.
Yeah, that is next thing.
As long as you do the business right, which I know, if it's my team, I feel confident the business will go right.
Yeah, man. That is one thing in the music industry is like, your team, you have to be very confident that they're working together with you because, people get like used in the industry a lot. You check.
That one is a very
Yeah. It's like everything. You check. You have to always know your business, what you involved in, and what you willing to get from working in that business. You know, all business is business. That's how it is.
Yeah, man. And I feel as you're experiencing the vibe and thing, you will know where to go. You will know what is the best thing for you. And like I really have no hate towards the people that I did business with in the past that it didn't necessarily work out, but I still feel it worked out because it gave me the growth I need to know, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, and since I make those decisions for myself, as I tell you, it has been more lucrative. I'm traveling more, I'm performing more, I have more work, you know, people giving me more respect. It shows, you know. I feel proud to say it like that. I wish I could always be saying it like that. All respect for everybody. Like right now, I can feel a little more confident now, saying these things.
So you checking Bouyon is your favorite genre to play in right now?
Not necessarily, but because I've been playing it consistently right now, I feel like I in that energy right about now.
Okay.
But in the past, it have been reggae music, roots reggae, those kind of things I really like because like that kind of align with my personality and how I look as well, you know.
Okay.
So
check it more on brand for you.
Yeah, and in the past I get like constructive criticism about that because it had a certain phase in my life I didn't want to do nothing but reggae music.
Yeah.
And I had to realize, well, I really gonna make money, you know, because right now, Dominica, I do saying reggae music cannot be something as lucrative as Bouyon and more, but to work with people in the reggae industry, honestly, it's much more difficult. I feel the hype and the vibe behind Bouyon, it bringing an excitement. So it will be easy to just, you know, build that vibe because you have a vibe. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. There are questions you want to ask me?
Well, I can ask you, like how you feel about the Bouyon scene that you're a producer.
Yeah. To be honest, Bouyon start making beats with you. Yeah, man.
True.
That is how I end up making beats, you know.
So you have a couple rhythm then.
But a couple old rhythm.
Don't worry. Yeah.
If you watch on my Facebook, my first set of videos is Bouyon rhythms, you know. Warm up and them thing there. Posse I from, so it's like
different. Ring ting anyway.
Yeah.
That's in you.
Yeah, man, but from time, I understand everybody. I like Bouyon, you know. Bouyon is a vibes, but it's just not my vibes. You see how you say you like you was into reggae and then you're checking out to expand out.
Yeah.
I never feel like I had the need to go into Bouyon because I am a Dominican. You check. I feel like I like to produce other genres of music.
True.
But Bouyon, for me, Bouyon have a lot of principles that you can apply to other genres, you check?
Well, to be honest, I wish it if you, me myself, my first option wasn't to do Bouyon. Even if I had liked it and thing, that wasn't my vision. I was more into doing like world music, like pop music, even if it's not me singing it, but like record it, write it, produce it. I was more into that kind of vision. But in a country like that, in a Caribbean island, how you go in and come out with that and you don't really know You just getting to know how the business working and how to market your thing, like how you going and try to compete with the big leagues.
Yeah.
Doing that in your little island. So when I had to think realistic, I just realized it's Bouyon Music.
Yeah.
You know?
Growing industry.
Yeah, man. Even working with different bands in Dominica, sometimes there's one to do soca and thing, and it's okay. But soca in Dominica is not everybody. It's a certain crowd you can really go outside there and play that for, you know?
Yeah.
Like people can feel like they don't pay their money for that and thing.
Bouyon they want to hear.
Bouyon they want to hear. You understand?
Yeah, man.
So
All in all, respect the Bouyon.
yeah, man. I telling you, that's the thing. I tell you now, and I feel like as it's our own music again. That's another reason why I do seeing it as a bad thing for me as a young musician growing up in Dominica to not go towards, you know, growing up listening to Wine Up on a Boom Boom Way. Even if it was a calypso.
Yeah.
That's like a Bouyon. Wine Up on a Boom Boom Way.
Yeah.
You check, and I think that just stick in my head, you check. So it was always just natural for me to just say, okay, yeah, I can just tap into that anytime because in me, it's in my bones, it's in my blood. You check? Yeah, man. So you're checking you that want to make one to redeem and thing right about now, seeing that.
But I done the checking next year after a couple redeem on the road.
What you mean?
How you mean?
Also, I start to do a thing with Fridge, that's the drummer that working with Fridge. He
As for SM?
Yeah, Nikita Christmas, I think that's his name, his full name. And he is the man that create the famous Bouyon loop that everybody have playing, you know, the Bouyon drums, everybody that's so infectious and thing. And we have been doing a little thing like covers, trying to do a little thing, and you know, maybe you should come into that, you know.
Well,
Putting a little thing, come with a nice little loop and thing, we can always build over it and let's create a vibe.
Yeah, man. But I think one Bouyon I do recently is the one of Geo, you know, but it's more like a warm up.
Okay.
I more like the warm up, you check.
Okay. Them groovy.
Yeah.
Which one with Geo that now?
The Mimosa Luca. With Shelly and Drake of Bouyon.
Okay. Yeah, boy, that's a nice track, boy.
Yeah, man.
Boy.
Nice and groovy, man.
Yeah, boy. Respect, boy.
Geo had started, but when I heard I checking, boy, Geo, you don't know you're there.
Right. Well, Geo, big up Geo.
Yeah, boy, big up Geo. Boy.
Nice chords and thing.
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
So, what advice you would give, like people trying to make money from the industry? Like, if they release in a song, what they have to have in place? What them kind of thing there? You know them kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I feel that'd be good information.
I can say I have a bit of knowledge concerning how you can do your thing properly to make sure it's legal and thing. But I don't really know all the steps, you know, as to do it. But if you want to release a song, make sure you're registered as an artist, you know, so that you can copyright your lyrics, or whoever that have the lyrics, you can give them the credit for it, and whoever that make the beat, you can get the damn thing. If you're starting up, do just go on YouTube and just download that beat, and unless it have the free rights kind of a thing, just download that beat and just go and produce a song and put it online. Because even the YouTube, you collecting
most of the recuperables is you have to own it.
Right.
Yeah, and if you use a man beat, you don't own it. Is the man that own that track there?
Right.
His beat you own, you check.
That's right.
Yeah.
So all those things I would tell them, and if you don't really like want to work hard enough to get it, don't go and try to release music and think. When you realize you have to pay for you to studio time, you have to pay for you to do your cover art, you have to pay for you to do videos. If you want to do photo shoot to promote your thing, You still have to pay money to do that. So if you working with a producer and he telling you you can do free recording, you're getting your beat for free, you're getting thing for free, and when it's time to do the business now, and the thing go outside there, and you getting gigs and whatever, don't go and say man rob you and man doing you this and doing you that, because you didn't pay for studio time, you didn't pay for this, you didn't pay for that. You understand? So all them things you have to know those things when it comes to like putting the music outside there professionally or like officially. Now when it comes to like the musicians and thing, like people that want to make money outside there as musicians and want to come up in the business, you have to stand up on business. Don't come outside there and grin your teeth for people and play like his friend with people, because outside there it's just like the same system they say, or the system is dog it, everything is dog it. So you have to be on your business. Don't play for any people and expect people to pay you. Everywhere that happening. It's not just Dominica. You know, so if you want to go outside there and do music to make money, make sure you stand up on your business. You know your music, you know your thing, you're on time, you're disciplined. So when it's time for you to get your money, you can get your money. And don't wait for a man to just give you money. Make sure you know what is your value so you can state your price and say, that is my price. So if they say, okay, I cannot do that, I cannot deliver that, you can negotiate with them. But if you just want to do a gig and you just check in, okay, you get the gig and you don't accept, you don't tell the person that is your value, don't expect them to give you something that you don't even tell them about.
For me, what I see in Bouyon is I check in Bouyon would do good in Africa. I check, like it's really, you know.
Yeah, man.
I check,
No doubt.
Like we'd have to target the USA, Africa, Brazil, like South America.
That's true. I feel
them kind of places.
I feel we have a better chance now, because I think last year and this year I think Issa Bantan traveled to Spain and Brazil. So I feel like that just get a little taste of that.
Yeah, man.
Will give us a chance to maybe our band hopefully can get there eventually.
Yeah. I feel
but Africa for real.
It might have something to do with the message, like the rhythm is one, but it's like if we can sing in a way that they understand what we say in a check, they don't have to literally understand the language, but it's like, I don't know, you know them
I know
songs.
what you mean, man.
It have some songs that translating through all languages, all barriers.
Right.
Is because of like how they saying something or what they say in a check.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel that we need to do.
She Wonder Eye is one of them.
Yeah.
Like that breaking barriers of languages.
It catchy.
Yeah, it catchy. I feel Ridge have the like, how I can say, the formula to create that. I see he do it with the Western style already. You know, Bouyon Western vibe.
Yeah.
I feel he'll be able to figure out something that can connect with the Africans as well as the Spanish. I mean, even like recently I've been watching some hit Spanish videos and the beats, similar beats.
Yeah, it's like,
you know,
is
Dominica Bouyon is just a kind of a way, like open like a book, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it just making you want to just open, just release. That's thing about Bouyon. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But when you listen to them like Rio de Janeiro samba and them thing there too, it's like same vibes, you know.
Same vibes.
It's like one big bass drum and all the instruments following that bass here.
Right.
So I feel it can in time to come, man.
In time to come.
Yeah.
In time to come. I feel if we can learn to work together much more, I feel we can have the ability to hit it harder, man. More producers, Bouyon producers, and more Bouyon artists should come together and try to create something. We don't have to necessarily come in the studio and not necessarily me, because I don't categorize myself as the high rank like them, but you know, those that really trending right now, if they can come together and create something, I feel it will be easier, because all of them can push it. You know, all of them can push the same song on their social media.
Yeah.
And look at time.
Yeah, man.